everyone, my name is Amy Granillo. To give you just a little bit of background about myself before we start, I have been in the brand and web design industry since 2008. Prior to that, I was designing computer systems and voice over IP phone systems for commercial businesses. I was working for a top 500 IT company based here in the US, and during my last couple of years with the company, I was going to school for branding and web development, and I moved from designing those systems into the sales and project management division, where I was there handling the sales and the management of the design systems that I used to create. In January of 2010, I launched my studio, and I have been designing and managing both brands and websites for the last 7 years. This video is about Instagram for your business. I'm going to teach you how to create your Instagram account and your profile, create your brand to make sure it's cohesive. I'm going to talk about what to post and when, and how to engage with organic hashtags. I'm going to try to move through the material fairly quickly, so if you have a question, please feel free to reach out. This video is also going to be housed on the Files tab in our team group. If you need to watch it a couple of times, it's there for you. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is grab your device and download the Instagram app. Then you're going to press sign up at the bottom of the screen. It's going to bring you here where you have some options. For now, we're going to go with select phone or email below. You enter the information it's requesting, and then you press the blue next bar. You are going to need an email or a phone number that's not already in use with an existing Instagram account. That takes you here where it wants 3 things. It wants you to create a display name and a password and upload your photo. Now it's time to create a username. I have some tips about this. You want to create a username that's relevant to your industry and to your brand. So I went with Wine Lady Amy. I tell my clients not to change their username once they've published their brand, and here is why. Because if you change your username, then when I try to find you, you're no longer searchable. It's also inconsistent, so you want to be consistent with your branding and you want to be found. Now, as your business grows, you are going to outgrow your brand every couple to few years, and you probably will want to rebrand that username. When you do so, just go ahead and make sure that you're careful to alert people that may have shared it online, or if somebody wrote a blog post or an article about you and they linked your username, that you let them know, hey, I've changed it, so they can update their link. Otherwise, it creates what we call a dead link. So when a user finds it and clicks on it, it just simply takes them to an area that says username not found. So once you create your username, you'll press the blue next bar in the middle here. Now you have another opportunity to connect via Facebook. You can choose to do so or not by pressing the blue bar or pressing skip at the bottom of the screen. Now you're on Instagram. It again wants you to connect via Facebook, and it also throws out the opportunity to find contacts. You can choose to do that like you did with Facebook, or you can choose to skip it. They're trying to engage you so that you have engagement immediately. You're following people and people can follow you right back. They're just trying to get your account started the right way. But you have the option to come back to do this later, just like with Facebook. So if you don't feel like doing it right now, you don't have to feel pressed to do so. Now it's time to edit your profile. So you're going to press edit profile here as you see where the arrows are pointing. And you're going to tell everybody who you are. In here, you can change your profile photo, change your display name and your username, and you can enter your website and your bio information. There's also an area for IG business tools, and I'm going to touch on that in a minute. So for now, let's focus on the website and the bio. One of 2 things should go in your your website area. One of 2 things, either the DC distribution page that you got when you purchased your business opportunity, or a domain that you've obtained that you're pointing to that DC distribution page. Those are the only 2 things that should go here. What shouldn't go here is a broken link to something else, or a link that takes someone to another kind of business or a personal blog. That's not what you want to do here. This is a business account for your DC business. So again, either enter the DC URL or enter the domain that you obtain that's pointing to your DC URL, and then press done. Well, for a moment, let's back up. You don't press done yet. Sorry about that. You're going to need to enter your bio information here. So you can do that right here on the screen, Or you can do what I like to do and go out to my Notepad application on my iPhone. And that's because when you use that app, it's going to nicely format your bio information for you. You want your bio to be visually appealing, and you also want to be aware of bio emoji overload. So here we are, I'm in my Notepad app. I've entered my information, it's nice and tidy. I've selected some emojicons. I'm pretty conservative with it because I know I can use them in engagement on my thread as well as in my captions. I've dropped my clickable link, Amy the Wine Lady, which points directly to my DC distribution page, and everything's great. So now I'm happy with how it looks. I'm going to select all and I'm going to press copy. But before we jump back to Instagram, I want to show you what it looks like when Wendy Wine has emoji overload in her bio. She's got way too much going on. It looks really unpolished and it can be overwhelming to people that don't like emojis. So again, you want to keep your bio neat and clean and save the overload of emojis for when you're engaging with people directly or in your caption. So once you're happy with how it looks, like I said, you press select all, press copy, and then you paste it into the bio field on Instagram and you press done at that point and it takes you out here where it's nice and clean on your profile. You can see here I've got it formatted, my emojis are there, my link is working. If someone clicks it, it goes right to my DC page. Up at the top right is the sprocket for your settings. This is where you can access everything that you need to access. On your device, this is one area that you're fluidly going to scroll through, but because I've done screen grabs, I've got 3 sections. So again, Facebook connections, contacts, edit profile, change password, make payments on ads. Switch back to personal account is there because my account is set up for business. If it was still a personal account, this would instead give me the opportunity to change my account to a business account. You'll see over here on the right, there's an opportunity to add accounts as well. So let's talk about that for a moment. You would press add account. It's going to prompt you to enter your username and it's going to ask you some verifying information. Once you fit everything in that they're asking you for, you're going to then press done or next depending on what version of the app you're running, and it's going to populate for you all of the usernames that you have going on so you can easily and fluidly switch back and forth between them. I've got a couple of my business names on here and a couple of my personal pages on here. So to jump back to the business tools, on the left side is before and on the right side is after the conversion. So on the right, you'll notice I now have business information available. My page is connected to a Facebook business page that I have. I've picked the category for me, which is brand, and I've got contact options. I can choose a phone or I can choose an email. I like to use email. Once I'm happy with how everything is in here, I press done and it takes me back out. And so now you can see I have a contact button that wasn't there before. What's great about using the business account for Instagram is you can now promote posts. So you see here I have the ability to promote my image as well as view insights if I did choose to promote. And my insights are going to tell me who's looking, how old they are, where they are, and an abundance of additional information. Now we've created the account and set it up, let's go on and talk about branding and organic engagement, how that's more important than the number of likes and followers that you have, and how you should always use what's been proven to work. I grabbed this screen grab about an hour after I posted it, and you can see here that it has a low amount of likes. Those are also called double taps because that's how you like something on Instagram. You double tap your screen and it turns the heart on from black to red. I keep my images relevant to my business. So here I have my wine because that's what this account is about. I'm at lunch. I've got my favorite things going on here. I've got a bag by a designer I like, my wine, and then I've got another designer's brand that has makeup in the bag. So I've set up a really straight to the point caption. I love life. I was having a great day. I used my emojis here like I promised you could in my caption, and my hashtags correlate to my image as well as the audience that I want to attract. What's also important is you want to post content that's in line with the time of day you're posting. So I wouldn't post something like this at 6 o'clock in the morning or at 11:30 at night because it's not relative. So you want to keep consistent. If you do post something that was from the morning or another day, then you simply hashtag it with latergram or way back Wednesday or something to that effect. You'll also see here, as I mentioned, I'm focusing on who I want to attract. So if you look, I've got mompreneurs and entrepreneurs and girl bosses, people who drink Merlot. So I've got wine going on, and I've got who going on, and I've also got areas of the country going on that I want to engage with. Here we're looking at a picture of my backyard, and you're probably wondering, why are we looking at the corner of your backyard? The reason is because a few things happened here when I posted this. So this is original organic content. Original organic content tends to attract more people to like and follow you than repeated content. So here we have a really great morning. I'm in Southern California. It's on a Friday. I've got my emojis on there. I've said in my description what you're looking at, and then I've hashtagged it appropriately. What's going on the right side is Wine Maps has liked my image. They actually have liked several of my images now. They are not following me, but they do like my stuff. That throws me into their feed. People that follow them see that they like my stuff, and then they come and check me out. The Long Shadow Ranch Winery is following me, but what happened first is they found me through the hashtags I was using. They are local to my area, and they started liking my stuff, and then they started following me. So I returned the favor, and I like their stuff, and I follow them. That has grown a relationship. They have contacted me now and invited me to come wine tasting. Now listen, am I going to sell wine to a local winery? Absolutely not. But I'm going to go there because they invited me to come. I'm going to hang out, and that's going to open up opportunities for me to meet new people and discuss my business. You also see on the right side the Rockin' Wine Tours. They don't follow me, but they like quite a bit of my stuff, and this is important for the same reason about Wine Maps. Rockin' Wine Tours happens to be local to me. So we have one international, which is Wine Maps, and we have two locals. So my organic content is working. It's creating relationships for me. So you want to use more of your own images than other people's images or quotes and memes. You want all of your images to be brand relative. You want your captions to be applicable to what's being seen in the image, who you're trying to reach, and where you're trying to reach it, as well as what your products are. So you can see here that this is a working lunch with a client. I've got my emojis going on that reference what you're looking at in the image. It was a working lunch. It was the best lunch ever because I didn't arrange it. I walked up to this beautiful spread, and it was awesome on a Friday. So I've also tagged a couple of things, where I live and the fact that I'm in Southern California, who I'm targeting, which would be mompreneurs, particularly with this one, or brand designers, because my brand is cohesive. Wine's been a part of my brand forever and ever, amen, which is why the person who sponsored me reached out to me and brought me this opportunity, because she knew that it was made for me, and she sure was right. So here we go again. Everything's relative. It's all flowing together. Soulful selfies, roses, and wine, oh my. So what's going on here is, with all these blue arrows, I've set the scene for hashtag success. Statistics show that images of people gain more attraction. People don't want to just look at pictures of landscaping or products or food. They want to see your face. So here I am. I've also got a lot going on here. I've got a soulful quote that's in the background. I've got some roses. I've got some wine, I've got a fun wine glass, and the wooden box is a boutique wine as well. So I have a few things that are going on that all mesh. And when you do that, you get hashtag success. So you can see here, this one did very well. It trended for quite a while over the next few hours on Instagram. My caption is relevant, and so are all of my hashtags. Again, I've hashtagged areas I wish to reach. Karma, Be Kind, and Feed Your Soul are related to the soulful quote that's placed there behind me. I want to work with girl bosses and mompreneurs. I am managing my brand here, and I also have my own hashtag, which is Amy the Wine Lady, because that's me. I've put some fun stuff in here like why not and wino and WBW and TBT because this was early morning, so it was between Way Back Wednesday and Throwback Thursday. It was raining and the sun was getting ready to come up. You get the drift of what's going on here. Everything is flowing. It's all cohesive. So another example, I have this great image with some text overlaying on it and toasting on the beach. Because I like to use content that is proven to work, I took a script that was provided by someone in my upline and I made it my own. It's really important to take what you're given and tweak it. If it works, don't reinvent the wheel. Just make it your own and put your own twist for your brand on it. And so that's what I did. I took the meat of her post and I just tweaked it ever so slightly to fit me. And then I hashtagged it appropriately for the image, the type of people I'm trying to reach, and the things that I want to attract attention with. You'll see again, I have a few of the same people liking my stuff. I don't know most of these people. And I can tell you that I'm having success with all of this because everything flows, and every day when I get up, I have a few hundred more followers. This is called brand strategy. And brand strategy also encompasses product placement. So my brand strategy is working, and now I'm going to strategically place my product. So when you look at this, you do see my maple bacon donuts, and yeah, they're awesome and everything's great and they're yummy, but really this is about the wine in the background. So you can see that my wine is back there and so are my flowers. I've got an appropriate caption. I've also hashtagged this up. It's what's in the picture, it's who I'm trying to reach, and it's where I'm at. These are a few of my favorite things. Again, use what's been proven to work if it flows. So I've reused my own content here. On the left is my branding account, and on the right is my wine account. I have a picture of a mug that I like that I'm going to show you up close in a minute, and then I have a graphic, which is the black and white striped image that I designed a couple of years ago. It has one of my favorite quotes on it, which is, "Life doesn't have to be perfect to be beautiful," because that's how I flow in my life. I feel like the everyday hustle and bustle is what makes life exciting and makes it beautiful. And then the mug has a quote that says, "Throw kindness around like confetti because I firmly believe that we should be kind to each other." That's just what makes the world a better place. And that works for me here on this account, so I reused it on my wine account. And here you can look at it up close when it was on my design account. Likes aren't always everything, as I said. So let's get into that a little further. I didn't even break 100 likes on here. I've got organic connections going on though. My hashtags are there. My hashtag game is strong, and here's how I know. In those 12 comments is someone who has reached out to me for branding work, and I have obtained that successfully, and they are now a current client for me. So this whole thing right here works. I even hashtagged the fact that I have a glitter gel manicure and that it was in December, the most wonderful time of the year. So again, numbers aren't always everything. This is about engagement. So further examples over the next couple of slides. This is a team brand for an ongoing client that I have. I handle her personal branding and I handle her team projects for her. Tagging helps you get engagement. So I often will tag my clients in their business mood boards, which is what you're looking at here. I'll tag them in the picture, sometimes I'll tag them in the caption, and sometimes I will actually hashtag their name or their business name for them. This creates engagement, and that engagement will help you trend, which will create opportunities for you. So you see she's come on here and she's liked the mood board for her team brand. And on the right, you see that I've also tagged her in the caption and she's come on and she's commented. So I've shown her love. People that follow me are going to naturally be inclined to go see what she's about. And because she's on here liking this stuff and commenting, her people are naturally inclined to come see what I've got going on. So this is very successful. As I said earlier, quotes are great, memes are awesome, just keep them limited and keep them relevant. And not every relationship you form is going to result in a sale. And this is, let me tell you what I mean by that. So here's something great. I've got Leo, he's got this glass, it's cheers, it's Friday had a face, it's funny, and obviously it's on a Friday and it's pertinent to my industry and my brand. So while I barely hit 50 likes on this one, what happened here is interesting because This didn't result in a sale for me, but what it did result in is one of these 50-something people reached out to me and asked me if I would be a brand ambassador for their product. They want to send me their wine glasses so I can drink my product out of their product and feature it on Instagram. We both win that way. I'm featuring them, and then they turn around and say, hey, look, Wine Lady Amy's over here with my product. She's going to feature me. So we formed a relationship, and it's a win-win. Did I sell her anything? No. Did she sell me anything? No. But we've created opportunity for other people to purchase from us. So again, tag the people and products, hashtag what's in your image, and include the tribe you want to attract. This image on the right is the bottom of another brand board for the client I mentioned earlier. This one is for her personal brand. The image itself isn't relevant, so that's why we're just going to focus on the caption and the tags as well as the arrow with the comments. So again, she's gone on here. She's liked the board for her own personal brand. I've described what's going on, and I've hashtagged this up really strong for my business. I've hashtagged her business name, the team that she's a part of, the company that she's a contractor for. You just have to go through the layers until you have covered everything, including the industry. I even tagged the day of the week. So the point here is, again, I didn't even break 100 double taps. And in these 6 comments are 2 people who contacted me for branding work, and I obtained successfully both of those clients. So when you help foster relationships with your customers or your followers, it in turn is going to result in organic business growth for you. One final example of this will be a client that I have over in Australia. She happens to be in Melbourne. She is really super awesome and a lot of fun. And again, I did not even hit 50 likes with this one. And I wanted to target more female entrepreneurs over in Melbourne. So I hashtagged where she is. I found that Melbourne Girl is something that trends quite a bit. So I did that, and that gained me several opportunities over in Australia. You'll see that she's a fitness and a lifestyle coach, so I included that, as well as I'm trying to attract more girl bosses, and I happened to post this when it was a Monday in her time zone. What you want to do is you want to post relevantly during the time of day, as we talked about with the image earlier of the wine at lunchtime. So I'm posting in my time zone, which doesn't fit if this was a brand that's stateside. I'm posting it at the time of day for me that was actually the morning for her, because fitness and lifestyle coaches generally are on Instagram at the crack of dawn before they work out, posting their workouts, and right after the workouts. So I made sure that I got this on at that time of day over there in Melbourne. In these 5 comments, I obtained a paid business opportunity. This image is actually over a year old, and I still have that client that's here in this image for her brand board and the client obtained in these comments. Some final general Instagram tips are: don't direct message in a cold call. It's very tacky, it's spammy, and you will probably get blocked. Go ahead and just engage with people on their posts. Like the posts, comment to them on there. You don't really want to take it to direct messages until you've got a feel for somebody. You also don't want to go onto somebody's page and just tag your business name and nothing else. Again, it's spammy and you will likely get blocked. You want to go on and you want to create conversation. And as you saw, I repeatedly have people that faithfully like and follow my posts. And so I return the love and I like and follow their stuff as well. A final note is, sometimes in retail or direct marketing businesses and things of that nature, it's a little competitive. Everybody has their own opinion, but don't be afraid to reach out and support your fellow wine distributors. Double tap their photos, comment on what they're posting, support them. And here's why it's not going to hurt you. Because people don't buy products. People buy people. People are going to buy you, not the product. So don't be scared that supporting a fellow distributor is going to result in a lost opportunity. It's not. If it's meant to be, then that person is going to stay with you. They're going to buy from you. No gorgeous actresses or aloof cats were harmed during the making of this video. No Instagram success is guaranteed. All users' results will vary.